getting our jam on. We should get going with with our trading today. Y'all ready for this? It is a new month, you guys. Can you believe it? It's a new month. A new month means new topic. So I've got a new topic to introduce. I will say it is probably the hardest thing I learned in business and in life. It is one of the most challenging things even to this day. And so it actually does deserve an entire month of focus. And a lot of times we don't even put this into our focus. We don't even think about it. And I think we get these messages that were conditioned our whole life to think work before play. And we get conditioned that I got to tell you, there's always something else to do, isn't there? We're just, as Americans especially, we're just always busy. And we always have that excuse of, I can't do this because
Yeah.
I'm busy this, busy that. So this month, I want to talk to you about the main trajectory that actually made us be able to have this room today. Like why I'm actually here, how this actually happened was because I've had to put fun in my life. You guys, this month is about fun and the energy you bring to fun. And the energy you bring to fun is going to be the energy you bring to your life in general, your business, your career, whatever you're doing. It's got to be fun or it's just not worth it. So I want to ask you something. When was the last time you actually had fun? Just like played. Just played. Not worked to optimize your performance, not read a book to improve your mind. Just played, goofed off, just no agenda, just had fun. It's been a while. Put it in the chat if you can even remember. I've been like, oh, circa several years ago. I don't know. I can't think of a time. Oh, you remember, Andrew? You had fun recently then. Cool, cool. All right, good job. For most of us, I'm guessing it's been a hot minute, and I totally get it. Most of us are achievers. We've been taught that rest is for the weak and that fun is for people who don't have goals. So we grind, we push, we hustle, we get hard on ourselves. We're so busy beating ourselves up. Oh my gosh. This has been something I've been sitting with for a little bit of time right now is how much time we're losing because we're in a low state, a low energy state, a place where we're beating ourselves up, a place where we're self-judging, where we're coming down hard on ourselves. How much time are we losing when we could be having fun? And how many of the tasks that you do every day are you actually framing as fun? So instead, we grind and we hustle and we wonder why we're always stuck and why our vision feels foggy and we're weighed down and we're exhausted and we're burning out. And why you're doing all the right things and you can't still seem to get to the next level. Here's the thing, I don't think it's not strategy, it's not more work, it's actually fun. We gotta have fun, not laziness, but fun. So I'm just thinking about where it really came to life for me. Oh, I like that. Piggyback rides around the house. Lots of other. Oh, yeah, we had fun in Texas. I got to go to Texas. How many of my people that I know and love are in Texas is just like mind blowing. Just mind blowing. So we're going to all have to go to Texas one of these days. My husband says chasing my wife up mountains each week. Come on. All right, Lydia. Remember when you logged on, dear, and I said, this one's for you, girly? This one's for you. This one's for you. So here's the thing. Where did I even get this idea of Arrow's Edge coaching? How did this even come to life for me? My husband and I were out on a hike on a trail one day. We weren't working. We weren't strategizing. I wasn't doing my mental labor, which I have a habit of doing when I'm on a hike is let's get all that mental labor out of my little brain, right? We were just hiking, moving our bodies, breathing in the air, enjoying the mountains, taking in all the surroundings around us, and being together. And somewhere out there on that trail, the whole thing just downloaded. The entire peak framework, all the phases, the metaphors, the stories, all of it. It all arrived while we were playing. We started by talking. By the time we got back in the car, we were co-authoring something that I had been trying to build at my desk for, oh my goodness. It was sitting there and sitting there. But that's when I knew fun isn't break from the work. It's sometimes, no, it is the work. See, I've been saying this for a really long time. Most of you have heard me say this, but I believe it more and more every year. And I'm talking to myself right now because I feel like the last 2 months I got out of my fun mojo and I was missing me a bit. But fun is the birthplace of vision. Can you see my certainty when I talk about this? I'm trying to look you right in the eyeballs right now. I'm looking directly into the camera lens. Listen, fun is the birthplace of vision. It's not a nice saying. It's literally how your brain works. When you're having fun, your brain releases dopamine, and dopamine doesn't just feel good. It opens your prefrontal cortex, the part responsible for creativity and problem solving and long range thinking. Oh, it's all about your state. In other words, the more fun you allow yourself to have, the clearer your vision becomes. Now, that's not sitting on the couch eating bonbons. It's really not. It's actually making what you're facing every day fun. So, whatever you're doing can actually be reframed into fun. I see this with my clients all the time. Someone gets stuck in a session. They're just stuck and they can't see the problem. They can't see past their problem. And I'll say, like, when's the last time you had fun? And they look at me like I asked them to jump off a bridge. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Because to them, fun and the solution feel completely unrelated, but they're not. They never were. Here's what I want you to understand. Being unshakable isn't about being serious all the time. I'm speaking to myself, Rebecca. Being unshakable is not about being serious all the time. I'm an intense lady. It's not about white knuckling through life with grit and willpower alone. Unshakable is how you can actually access all your resources, and joy is one of the most powerful resources you have. Being unshakable is not being untouchable, but it is about being aligned. And you can't be aligned when you've cut off access to your own joy. What do I mean by that? You can't actually shut off certain emotions from each other. You have to be able to feel positive and negative emotions. If you shut off your negative emotions, you will not be able to feel your powerful emotions. And so if you're stuck in your negative emotions, you're not feeling any of it. You can't numb your way through life. Joy, celebration, praise, it's something that will unlock you. So here's a shift I want to offer to you today. We have to stop thinking of fun as the reward you get after your work is done. I'm an entrepreneur, okay? There is never not something to do. The work is not done. Actually, our mindsets around having our work done is also just outlandish and unfeasible. It just is. We're never done. We're always on the journey. We're always hiking up the trail. Yeah, you get to go see the viewpoints along the way, and you get to enjoy those precious moments where you just get your heart filled on the same rate. Progress is happiness. And when we realize it's all part of the journey, we start accepting that we're not just trying to live moment to moment, but we're actually getting to have fun in every moment. If you think that fun is a reward that you get after your work is done, that belief is costing you more than, and it's costing me because I fell off my ranks. I need to remind myself sometimes. So what if fun was part of the work? What if joy was actually a strategic advantage, not a guilty indulgence? What if anxiety didn't guide us through our workday anymore? Pressure. pressure to perform, pressure to be right, look right, act like. I remember, I think I heard somebody say it last week. They're having to be on so much at work that when they're done with work, they just want to let down. I think, Bobby, that was you last week. That's what it was. I love you. I'm calling you, girl. Because here's the thing, that means you're masking at work. That means that you're having to try to fit into a box. You're trying to be what everybody wants you to be, do what everybody wants you to do, fit in their box. That when you're done, you're like, okay, I'm so freaking done. I just want to be myself now. What would it look like if we were so powerful that we were ourselves, are fully ourselves in every area of life, even in the career? What if your guard could be down every day, all day? What if you didn't have to just, when you get done? It starts with having fun. It starts with recognizing who we actually are and being totally ourselves, because you guys in this room, y'all are totally awesome. I think I know it more than you guys know it, but you really are. There is an innate awesomeness in you guys. And I know because I've worked with all of you. And I just delight when I think of you. And I wish you all would delight about yourselves when you think of yourselves, because you bring so much value and light to the table. It's amazing. So I want you to think for a moment. Shut your eyes unless you're Charlotte, because Charlotte's driving. Just take a deep breath, and I want you to just think about a time when you were doing something you genuinely loved. Remember how alive you felt. Remember how clear your thinking was. Remember how the possibilities seem endless. Wide open. It wasn't an accident. This is your brain operating at its peak. And that's what fun does. It unlocks the best version of you. And achievers who figure this out, they don't just succeed. They build something sustainable and unshakable. Do we all feel better just thinking about it that way? All right. So this week, one thing, just one. Identify the last time you had fun and something clicked. Because I'm telling you, all my best business ideas happen out on the trail. Plain and simple. They do not happen at my desk. No. They happen on the trail or in my quiet time when it's just me and God and silence. Why? Because the creative brain can open when it's at rest. So you could get some amazing ideas in the middle of a game of volleyball. I've had it happen. Identify the last time you had fun and something clicked. A moment of insight, a creative idea, a breakthrough in how you were thinking about a problem. Maybe that moment's right now. A breakthrough in how you're thinking about it. Sit with it. Ask yourself, what would change if I let myself have more fun? So I'm going to put some questions up. I'm going to send y'all out. There we go. Got me some notes. All right. Question 1 is think back to a time. Here, I'll put them on the chat. Okay. Think back to a time when you were having fun and a great idea or piece of clarity arrived. What were you doing and what showed up? For me, it was literally everything. Every answer comes when I'm relaxed and having fun. Why? Because you're in your head, you're dead. You get in your heart, you're smart. When you're having fun, you're in your heart and you're smart. And I'm not talking about, I just need some more lag time. Actually, you can make your job fun. And what I mean by that is, okay, so I work with people. And I've had some of my clients say, I'm one of your hard clients. It's got to be. And I'm like, no. For me, my perspective is that every person that's in front of me is a new trail to hike. something to explore, an adventure to have, views to be seen, and things to be unveiled. It's freaking fun every time I get in front of somebody because of my mindset and my view on it. It's my work, it's my life's work, yes. But at the same time, it's my joy. I'm having a freaking blast every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Central. Because I get to explore and see all these beautiful faces. And I can say, oh, I got to do all these things. I'm missing the fun. What if, okay, so maybe you need to do some writing. I think Amy needs to do some writing. I don't know why I feel that way, but there's something there. Amy needs to do some writing. She's, oh, I don't have time. Do you see the face she just had? She's, oh, I know I need to do it. I saw that. What if it was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. This is going to be so fun. Yes, she does know it. Look at that. So, what story? Here's the other questions. What story do you carry about fun being frivolous or unearned? Where do you think that story came from? And if fun is genuinely a resource for your vision, what is one thing you've been withholding from yourself that you could give back? And how does what we talked about today connect to what it means for you to be unshakable? And when I talk about unshakable is my passion. I feel there's so much power on that statement. Because if you think about it, if you go through every part of your life, and that's what we do in the Peak Trail. So those of you who've done the Peak Trail with me, who am I? How do I want to show up? Who do I want to be in every area of my life? In my friendships, in my family, in my job, in my emotions, in my exercise, getting movement, all of that. When you decide who you're going to be and how you're going to show up, there's no more masks. Yeah, when you're masking, oh my goodness, that's emotionally exhausting. It is. Actually, I'm calling people out today. I'm having fun on this. Charlotte, I love Charlotte. You know why I love Charlotte? She is so raw and authentic. Like she just is who she is. And you know what? She carries less baggage because of that. She really does. Because she's not trying to be somebody else depending on what environment she's in. She's just being her. And she just shows up and just is. And even when she's struggling, she's, this is what's happening. Whatever. We're going to deal with it. Okay? Like, these are great examples and models right in this room. So this month, we're going to figure out a little bit more about fun. Oh, yeah. I should have went to see Amy and Bobby, if only for 1 hour. It would have been fun. That would be fun. I still have vision to do some retreats where all of us get in the exact same room. Because the energy of that will be off the charts. We need to plan it, guys. All right, so that said, let's send you out to some breakout rooms, and then I'll bring you back probably a little early because I'd love to talk about some of this. Let's go, guys. I'll see you in a few minutes.